not really very broken, but it will soon be because the plastic is all gone here, right? So I've been looking at this. And it's also in the way of the soldering stuff, so we'll start with this. So I'm thinking we'll just open it and see if we can fix this. It's probably just to push this in and make sure it's got a more stable connection. And I decided to have my screwdrivers not in the drawer because I use them all the time, right? So I'm going to have them on the shelf where I have stuff in front of me, right? And the screwdriver is probably already outside the box too. This is probably big enough for these. So 92 minutes call. I'm assuming not a very focused one then. Is it a meeting? So this is a good keyboard except for the cable. I'm like, I don't want to put this on use when it looks like it's falling apart. Also, my space key is starting to get double spaces again. Started the other day, so I'm like, maybe I do need to get a more like higher quality keyboard. We'll see. I did buy 2 when I bought this, so, or the part of this is from the newest purchase. So I have one unopened in a box. And it's like $20 to $30 price range, something like that. So it's not very expensive one. Come on. Well, for me, I could buy a $1 one before, so this is probably $1. Plus VAT, because it's company purchase. So also one of these pads is missing here. Do I have a extra one that looks the same? Nah. So all of these that I like pull off stuff when I take something apart and put them in the drawer. So is something still? Yeah, warranty void seal, of course, right? So let's remove the sticker. That's just plastic, I think. So let's see. Oh, there's one here too. It's all black. So should I move my keyboard a bit? But I think I don't have that much space. Though it's like cleared over here again. It's just these things in need of fixing. Actually, I'll throw this away because it broke the other part, but that's plastic, so over there. Now, so there. It's just the little plastic sheet. Goo. And one of these fell off. They're all loose. So this is what a cheap keyboard looks like inside. I can see that this button, it must have fallen somewhere too, right? So do we have definitely got a button there, right? So, am I blind or am I not blind? And it's actually like gone. There's a piece of plastic here. So something is broken there. It looks like the base of a screw thingy, right? So we won't need that. It's good enough without. So, but here is the plastic piece. So, two things then. We need to find the blue thingy. And not move more of them to the wrong place. It's kind of cool, this. I'm just gonna see if I find anything on the floor. Yeah, it's right there. So I'm glad I didn't open it sideways. I was thinking of doing that. They would have all fallen, right? So, yeah. So let's actually fold this over to the side, a bit like that, so we can see this cable here. So we can see there's like a more thicker plastic here. This is supposed to be attached here. So I don't think I can cut this away. What I want is to protect it from being like pulled out, you know. So these will move a lot. Can't be fun building these. Like putting a million of blue thingies in the right place. And it's a bit sticky sometimes. And this one has some black plastic in it. Yeah, I think this works fine, so I don't think it's actually... So what I was thinking about was just putting it in more, but I was also thinking of putting shrink tube on here. But I'm not gonna unscrew this board here. So I also have this thing, rubber, I can just put around it. But that wouldn't be like stretch protection. So I would prefer to be able to just remove this. Let's see. I'm actually going to mess with this a bit. So right, one thing that's also in the pile was like these. This is like a new thing. Never did it. Like for sunglasses. And I haven't used sunglasses a lot lately. I have these like one-time wipey thingies I've been using whenever I really had to. They're just like gooey. And I also glued them. So now there's a smaller risk of me just unintentionally breaking the thing. There. So maybe this is actually microscope stuff, right? Because I don't think you can see anything what I'm doing. So let's put that microscope back. Now let's turn it on. Microscope. Here. Let me put a preview on my other window so I can focus this better. So, over there-ish. Yeah, so there. So it's very new to be able to place this like this, because it didn't used to work. So what I did, I was starting to cut it open. So let's continue. We can do this too, right? But big fingers. So now maybe even I can see better here. So I just felt there was like a hole in the middle. I'm gonna move all the blue things, right? So yeah, I kind of felt there was no reason to be careful with those blue. So I'm not gonna desolder these and fix this in a real good way. And before we do more than this, yeah, I think they're good, right? What do you think? Should we really open this up and desolder stuff to put a shrink tube on here? Nah. I'm gonna go and get the stuff that is like, it's like shrink tube, it just gets stuck to itself. Rubbery. It smells like pancakes up there. So I think this is the new of the same. No, it's not. This is tape. This is tape. Let's see. Because I have this rubber that's like... This is just tape. Let's open it and look. Or I'll have to look. Maybe it's in my soldering things. Yeah, this is just some kind of sticky tape. Quite sticky. Yeah, so we don't want this. Too sticky, right? They should have like plastic on the side too. Yeah, so I don't want to leave this box or this roll of tape just laying around. So I'm gonna check my soldering spots. It's not here probably. Solder, electric tape. Look, I actually have one of these. It's good to have it in the drawer, right? I think I've never used it. I don't know why I have it. Yeah, so there's the PlayStation 3 stuff is still over here. So here we have more electric tape. So it's like boxes like this.
Do you think if you want to install components such as sensors, it's better to use a pinhead or solder it directly to the PCB, considering that if the sensor is in error, it is easy to replace it?
Well, it depends how much do you care about space. It's a PCB, so it's not like a breadboard. You might not mind soldering to it. Could be easy to solder too. I think I would, if it's a PCB, I would go for like easy. You don't plan to break the sensors, right? So I would probably solder it. Huh? Depends what kind of stuff it is. I'm gonna go and get, I think I have it in the drawer over there, the thing I'm going for. So, by the way, let's actually click my little switch mics. There, you can still hear me. So yes, I was cleaning the room really much this review. So there's a big pile of clothes going to the laundry out here. So let's see here. Measuring tape. Then it's all, you know, personal. What do you prefer? So if I can't find this, we might have to unsolder it anyway. So maybe it's among my soldering extra things, like here somewhere. So this is a so great thing. Imagine like tape, like it's only one material. It's not sticky. It's just plastic. But when you touches itself, it becomes one piece. So it's like not sticky for anything else. So it's like shrink tube, very much more flexible. Oh, my sock got stuck in some wire there. I'm just looking in all the drawers with tools over here. I'm in the wardrobe, which is our like tools here. So not in here. Connection box. RJ45s. That's just tools here. What about this? Alright, here I have another multimeter and a lot of cables and stuff. Oh, 2 multimeters. Yeah, I don't think we'll find it. So if I'm thinking shrink tube instead, let's get back in there. I'm coming back. We could do electrical tape, but that wouldn't really protect the keyboard a lot from someone just pulling on it on the keyboard, right? I want to have some kind of more thing there. So let's see. There's a lot of free space here now. So displays, like USBs, phone holders, DP LEDs. My speakers. Here, shrink tube. So watches. So this is shrink tube in Swedish. So I'll just put that on the floor. So it could be in here. Let's hope. So that's not shrink tube. So what I was thinking mostly was that we could just probably do this, right? But we have this sensitive stuff here too. So it might be good not to fold it in. Let's start with the screws, right? See if So that's not actually anything but plastic. And this is the one that broke, you know. This is the same, it's just plastic. And that's just rubber. So it's actually not screwed in place, it's just a tiny rubber bit holding this in place. So this probably isn't screwed in place either, meaning I can't remove it without. So which size is this is good here? Or rather, I can't do anything right. We just realized we can't get this up unless I break these. And I don't want to do that. So the alternatives are pushing this thing in there, meaning breaking this plastic over there. So I'm thinking if we remove this plastic, we could pull the cable this way and turn it around, right? And maybe we'll put some glue on here. So that's probably the best possible way. It will lose a tiny bit of stability. That bend is only here to protect the cable from actually going that way that I was wanting it to go. And there's also something here, the plastic here. But I think it's like easier to just take away a bit of that. So let's put all the shrink tube back. Was all of it, I think. So I should probably, all the others have like black text. And this one has actually a paper tag with green text. Not that it matters. Is there something underneath there? No. Oh, there used to be like digits, but they're stuck to the label now. Well, these are like address labels that I used in my company before. So I'm also thinking I'll use English since we're streaming this, right? So everybody understand. Then I'm like, how on earth do you? I better check. It's not like I use the word shrink a lot. Yeah, I spelled it right because I'm getting a lot of hits here. People was looking for it. So shrink tube. There. So we can also read it from a more distance. Hi. How's everything? Everything good, I hope. So let's just grab something sharp. Ended up where I wanted it. So where's my scalpel? My toothbrush is in the way. Let's put it on the computer. That's a good place. So why am I not finding it? So glue shouldn't be there. There.
I was on Cambridge exam online.
Oh. What was it? Oh, that was actually for my shoulder that I used at the very start. Like anti-inflammatory thingy. So, let's see now if we can... let's actually move these a bit, right? And I think I will actually put the paper on so I don't put my... Though, this doesn't matter if I get a bit gooey. Let's see if I can just...
For this Applied Industrial Electronics University.
Oh, sounds fun and cool. Tell me more. So, is it something that you can do? Just do it? Do you have to apply? Is it free? Does it cost money? What is it? Tell me more about it. How it works.
Yes, for 5 years.
What?
From September.
I don't know which of my money questions you answered. Could you please answer well, like the thing too? I don't remember what I asked first. So let's see. Maybe we want something to pick this stuff up with. Now I really like to have it like a tiny vacuum. Because I don't want to turn this upside down. And I don't want to get a big vacuum. I think I had one somewhere. Nothing over there. Did I get all of it? Let's see. Yeah, there's some more pieces.
Yes, I was in Office University asked for place in, and they prepare one exam for me, just like that.
I was in Office University ASP for place in, and they. So is it like an exam to get into there? Is that what it was? To do courses? So you want to do a course and you have to do an exam first. Cool. I'm sure you did well. I know you know a lot of things, VR, that you've been studying yourself. ChatGPT and everything, right? Oh, I missed a shrink tube. So, there. So now there should be enough space to pull this back here. Without being too hard on the poor thing. So that's even holding it in place. So I'm glad we didn't remove this plastic because that keeps it in a good place. So that's actually good. So let's be careful when we do these. But we're just bending them and it's just some copper in there. It's nothing that's really sensitive, right? So I'm doing one at a time. I will do a master's
electronics and improve my bachelor's programming too.
Cool. Does it cost a lot of money to do it? So
free.
Oh, it's free. Very cool. Now you really have to tell me more. Free courses are the best. So I'm thinking this will be good enough, but I'm thinking we're going to put some hot glue on here too. But first I want to make sure that the cable actually yeah, the hole is big. So you can see it here. Yeah, cool. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's cool. So, I'm just gonna get the hot glue gun. Should we get the hot one or the like kind of nice one? Right? I have a tiny one too. I'll see if I can find the tiny one. Otherwise, I can see the other one. So let's just toggle mics there. So there. Turn on light here again. So I think I might have put it in one of these ice cream boxes with text on it.
There are no girls at this faculty, so the cool female professor gets to be.
Okay, okay. So, yeah! Glue gun. Oops. I feel really organized right now. I don't think my hubby would agree, but he's not. He's the kind of person who can't have anything at all because he only sees a big pie. He doesn't see. He can't find things. So here's a glue gun, a tiny, tiny low heat one. I think it will be good for this. So, oh god, these glasses makes my hair itch. When it is not that. I guess I should have them like this, right? For the Christmas cards, they like post office sent out those. You use what you get, right? Probably a lot of years ago. I don't know anyone that actually sends Christmas cards, so let's see. So it's on there. So low temp, little cute thing, right? And I know it's like kinder to plastic. Not that the other one is really hot, right? But I was mostly thinking about the size of the nozzle that we can.
I'm doing with my life, but I have to do something XTD.
Yeah. Yeah, and that sounds real fun. So why not? So by the way, I can see some caps there on the bottom. So there are like components on the other side of the card. I think you can see one either. Two here. So let's just put some glue here. And make sure we don't mess with the middle of the button. And these buttons they're like laptop keyboards, the square flat thingies. That's the style of this. So it's interesting. So if we need more of this, yes, well, I have made a tiny bit. Probably because I don't want to have a long stick out here, right? So we probably need more. So, some protection for the desk. I wish I knew where my other one was. I can only see my green one. Let's do the green one then. It's not like we have a green screen. Though my blue one, it has a backside with no like shapes or stuff on it. So I prefer that one. This is just basic plastic too. Nah, I don't like that one. I do have this too. This is just plastic. Or it's for food. Do you think it will get warm? Let's put stuff where they're supposed to be. We'll need that. We don't need a knife. And the pliers. So. Oh, look at the colors of these. This is probably sunlight or something, right? Odd. No idea. So I think it's actually starting to get warm. So we could always not on purpose have glue on that, right? So it is, yeah, so it's on my finger. It's feeling warm. It's not like I will die from a bit of that level of heat, right? So this is nice. So you can't even fold this back. You'll have to do it this way. So let's, yeah, so nothing on the corner here. I'll be careful here. Pushing it in, otherwise it didn't work. So, what do you think? Did I do too much now? I think it might be a bit too high up. So, let's push it down with something. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of felt that this material, it's not plastic, it's some odd thing. I guess it's some kind of plastic. So, I guess it's like anti-static or something, right? So, let's get this thing back. And maybe I should put these in place before. And they will probably fall into place quite easily, since when I lift the keyboard, you know. Yeah, let's... Yeah, they're the exact size. So if they're a bit to the side, it doesn't matter really. It's not like they'll go all over the place. So what pushes the button? I'm assuming it's that middle there. So it just needs to be like roughly centered. There, we have another one. So yeah, that one. Something like that. I don't think it's like we can do much about it anyway, right? So no. And then this bit. I think it was the other way around. Yeah, probably. And that's really high on it. So I'm gonna hold it up, looking at all the buttons. So I got one of my hairs on there. I'm thinking, imagine having like cat hair or dog hair all over the place. This must be a mess doing things like this. We don't want a lot of tiny things in. So we have the lid. This is the amount of cleaning it gets. So the front is definitely not where the cable is, right? So this must be the right direction. There. So I'm actually going to put a few screws in while I'm holding it. Maybe just one. There's quite a few of them. So we can see a tiny bit of glue in there sticking out.
I once wanted to fix my old keyboard, but I ended up buying a new one.
So this wasn't really broken. It was just that I didn't dare to use it because it looked like the cable would just. We saw the exposed inner cables there. So I don't know how that happened, but somehow. Maybe it was like that always. So let's just unplug the tiny glue gun there. So so it all feels like it's good. Of course we have to test it too, right? Right, now I'm actually putting the screw in that hole where the board is. So these two, we see they're not like the others, right? So that's what those are. So I'm curious now where the plastic was. The loose plastic piece. There, that might have made another one of those. Did you hear it? I might have just screwed it too tight. No, I think it's good.
Good idea. Could use strips on the cable inside.
This is kind of tiny, you know. It's very, very tiny cables. But maybe I misunderstood. So we also found this in the shrink tube box. So it goes in. Let's put it in the right drawer at once here. Third one there. Little bag of them. So it's with its friends. So I cleaned the drawers like 2 days ago or whatever it was. 3 days ago? I don't know. So I'm not getting any traction in that one. So it might be the one that was bad. In that case, I'm glad I could unscrew it. Because it would have been messy not to be able to do that. So we don't care if one is not tight. So all keyboards in this house probably fell to the floor at least once, right? Yeah, so one thing I'd really like to get, it's a 3D printer. That would be cool. But it also takes a lot of space and costs a lot of money, right? If you don't want one that, here's the part that I didn't care about fixing.
How do you think I can be the oldest student at the university?
I don't think you will be. I'm sure there'll be people that are 70 and 80 years old. So I don't think you'll be the oldest. That one is different, and that one is different. Oh. So they seem very similar. It's hard to beat 80. Yeah, I'm sure there are other students that are 80. Yeah, these are different. So these are these screws then. Going further down, securing the cards. They're longer. I didn't notice when I just removed all those screws. Now these are also put in a different way and right by the cable. Should have seen. So then we should have like 2 more spots there too. And I'm assuming I won't be able to do anything about that one. So unless we replace this with a longer one too, but it's just nothing there because I threw it in the trash. So I'm not gonna open it again. Get some glue. It's not gonna be as good anyway. So we got a spare screw instead. So this is the kind of keyboard it is. So where did the cable go? So my mouse is on a USB that is just over here, or I can plug it in here.
It was just grassland, and now there is a building of the university, 5-year-old.
Yeah, you told me about that. You sent images of the university, and that you didn't know about it, right? Yeah, but it's cool that stuff like grows. So I'm gonna put this in here. Let's see. There. Now we should be able to type. Let's see. I tested my spelling of ShrinkTube and I was right. So I don't think we have to test it, but it's like laptop style anyway, right? So the angle of the keys. And it also has this dust protector. I think I thought this was cool and that's why I got it. So you can actually have this silicone cover on it inside. So if it's in a real dusty place, or maybe this is a kitchen keyboard, right? You can have it on the bench there. Type whatever YouTube video you put on a very flat screen on the maybe that's a project. So this worked fine. We'll see what we use this keyboard for. Now it looks like it won't fall out, and it's really steady. Yeah, you said that. Yeah. I like to have the keys I've always used, so you know where all the keys are, everything. So, well, let's get it something to keep track of the keyboard there. So we reuse this, or rather, it hasn't been used much. It's almost new, so it might have been like that from when it was new.